everybody. Thank you for watching the Herbal Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Dub, in the building. Sitting here with my co-host, Miss. Beautiful co-host, Miss.
Rita D, y'all. I'm in the building, okay?
She's definitely in the building, man.
Give me my prop.
Definitely. And we got a special guest today, Miss Terry from Switchplay TV.
What's up, y'all? Hey.
Yes, sir, man. So this is the Herbal Tea Podcast. We come on, talk our shit about relationships, love, sex, whatever. We just try to stay away from the jab. Because that shit is boring, we don't want to talk about it, man. So, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. How was your weekend, Miss Rita D?
Listen, I started celebrating my weekend on Wednesday. It was phenomenal. I think every week I am taking a day out the week and increasing my weekend. Because we don't spend enough time with ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
We don't.
Getting out there. But my weekend was phenomenal. I went to Indianapolis.
Shout out to Sigma Gamma Rho.
Yes, y'all. We are on our road to Centennial. So we celebrating 100 years come November the 12th, 2022.
Definitely, man.
Awesome.
I mean, we were founded in 1922, but we are celebrating our 100 year in 2022.
Definitely, man. I seen y'all down there in Indiana, man. So how was it, man? I seen I seen all the stars down there.
Yeah,
y'all was having an excellent time. So yeah. So what? So how was it? Man, this nigga put his hands on me. I got scared. Like, man, get your hands away from me. Yeah, so how was it? What did y'all do?
Listen, it was phenomenal. It's when we get together, we come from all over the country because we got other sororities and we got our sorority in other countries or whatever. But we come from all around the world. We gather, we show that sisterhood, we show that scholarship, we show that greater service, that greater progress. We just there, just to shed a limelight on who we are as an individual, sorority.
Definitely, man.
Awesome.
Definitely, man. Do you far as that sorority, is there anything that you regret out of that, or far as joining, like far as the sisterhood? How is it? What should a woman look? What should a person that's going to college look for in a sorority when they join it?
Okay, so I'm a firm believer in there are 4 national sororities. We're all different in regards to the things that we do in the community, but we all share the same vision. We all share the same goals. So I just say for the women that's going to college or those that's in college, just make sure that's something that you want to do. Research every sorority. Don't go based off of what you heard and based off what you don't know. Research every sorority and make sure that sorority is for you because it's gonna fit. And this is something that you got to do for your life.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't have any regrets.
Yeah.
I don't have any regrets. And it's a sisterhood. I have biological sisters, but even with these women in my lives right now, it's nothing that I wouldn't do for them. Nothing that I wouldn't do for them.
So what made you go with the sorority that you chose?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. They pretty much chose me.
Oh, okay.
I was popular in college.
Okay.
So I knew a lot of people and I knew different things. So they, one of my girls at the time, she wanted to be down with them and she was talking about them and things like that. And she was talking about all of the community service and the events that they do. And she brought it to my attention that they were the only, and when I say only, the only black African-American sorority that was not founded at an HBCU.
Really?
Sigma Gamma Rho in the
I did
building.
not know that.
Sigma Gamma Rho. Y'all
Didn't know that.
Yeah, and another thing, once I joined and things like that, we are the only sorority that has a affiliate group for women who didn't go to college, so that they can be a part because you don't have to have an education. It's not for everybody. So that's like one of the number one reasons why I love my sorority because we are out here to target everybody. We here to target the children. We got the Rosebuds, we have the Rowers, we have the Philos. My mom's a member of it, and then we have the sorority. So I don't regret anything. If anything that I would do differently, I would have been more involved when I graduated versus now.
Because you see how you could have built yourself inside of that. Yeah. So tell us about the weekend, man. Who was there? What happened? Are we excited about it, man?
We had so many people that was in. I was there.
Right. Right.
Herbal Tea Podcast is in the building.
Herbal Tea Podcast was in the building. So I just want to say it's mad love when you have these people that's following you on all these major platforms like social media, Facebook, Instagram, and you finally get to see them face to face and meet them. Because I don't know everybody on my page, but if you're in my sorority, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be able to come on in. So the women that came up to me, and I put them on my Facebook page. One girl said, "Hey, you Rita D? You don't know who I am. You don't even have to tag me because I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna tag myself." Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that came up to me that said, "You know what? During this pandemic and even after it, you kept us laughing. You had stuff that was on your Facebook that made me go to your page and be like, this girl crazy."
Yeah.
So shout out to them. I took a picture with everybody that I newly met, my sisters. You know, we a sisterhood.
Right.
So I took a picture with all of them. I shouted them out, blasted them on Facebook and on Instagram because it's all about the love for me.
Yes.
Anthony Hamilton was in the house, y'all.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Charlie Wilson was in the house.
My name is Charlie.
Last name Wilson, and he said it. Last name Wilson. He was in the house. We had MC Light, who is a member
I
of
love
Sigma Gamma
her.
Rho Sorority
Straight up.
Incorporated.
Love her.
She was in the house. The Ricky Smiley Morning Show was in the house.
We love them
So y'all can
as
go
well.
back and watch the morning show. The Brat was in the house.
The Brad was in
The Brat was in the house.
Yeah.
Marsha Ambrosia.
Come on, man.
I
She did a whole
Beautiful.
concert.
Yeah.
Newly inducted, honorary member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. She was in the house. Brownstown was in the house.
Brownstone.
I mean Brownstown. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Brownstone was in the
I'm
house.
sorry.
Here in-
And one of
in
them
Detroit.
did. They from
Yeah.
Detroit, and they were inducted into the sorority. So shout out to them. Shout out to D Wade's sister. She was inducted.
Okay, shout out to her, man.
Man, listen, we had 15 newly inducted sorors. So shout out to them. Last but not least, y'all. What's my favorite word?
Biatch.
Why you gotta say it like short?
Biatch.
Too short was in the mother house.
Fucking no.
I just seen dude at Adidas versus Chucks. So I already knew he was coming with the fire. But when I tell y'all he came with the fire, he was on stage. When I tell y'all that this man was so down to earth, the entourage was not big. It wasn't a lot of security. And if they was, they was had in the audience. But it was just like, fam, you know what I'm saying? He let us come up on stage. I came up on stage and I shook that mother. Y'all can go see that on my page.
Yeah.
Both Instagram and Facebook.
Shake that
Rita
mother.
D.
Definitely, I'm checking it out.
1981.
Yeah.
It's on
Checking
Watch
it
the
out.
Yard. It's
All
on
right.
It's on Watch the Yard.
Watch the Yard,
It's
man.
on Indiana. Love page. Shout out to the Noobs. Shout out to the Noobs. They took good care of us. It's on SG Road website. It's viral. So
Wow.
if you can't, it's public. I made it public. I was up there. Listen,
Yeah.
people been texting me, sending me copies of it. Like, was that you? I seen you. Listen, I told y'all gonna see my name in lights, and it's just not gonna be on the podcast. Okay?
Yeah, it is.
We
man.
going. We about to
We
be
going to the top,
me and
baby.
WJ gone. We
Keep
out of
going,
here.
baby. Urbal Tea Podcast.
Urbal Tea
man.
Podcast.
Hell
see
yeah.
it?
So
Oh,
my
yeah,
weekend was phenomenal. I got
Yeah.
this, last but not least, I got to spend it with my sisters. The newly 2022 Torch class at Ferris State University. Shout out to Delta Zeta. 2 of the Neos out of 10 was able to come, and this was their first boule, and they had a phenomenal job. You know,
Hey, man. Shout out to
So-
them, man. Shout out to them.
Right.
Shout out to
Shout
them.
out to
Doing
them,
all
man.
that good work.
Yeah, each
definitely,
one
definitely.
teach one.
Yeah, definitely. So how was your weekend, Queen?
It was good. It was
Okay.
good. Wasn't it exciting?
Nigga don't even want to talk about that weekend now like that. I ain't done. Yeah, man. She done seen everybody. Kid Capri was in there. Everybody.
Oh, Kid Capri.
Yeah, man.
It was a white party.
That's
It was
Yeah.
a white party.
legend. I love him as well.
Go on my page, Instagram and Facebook. I uploaded him there too. And when y'all look at it, y'all don't see me zooming in. Y'all know why? Because I was in the front.
Oh, okay. You ain't have to zoom in.
I ain't have to zoom in.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I'm going to make my way to the front,
Yeah.
whether I'm in the back or not.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
So what did you end up doing for your weekend, Queen?
So yeah, I had my niece had a beautiful bridal shower. It was gorgeous, and we were
Congratulations.
just celebrating her and her sorority sisters. And,
Okay, shout out to the sororities.
Our family got together.
My drunk ass fall asleep with the air conditioner pointed at me with my clothes off.
Ooh.
Now I got all this damn congestion in my throat.
Oh,
Crazy as hell, man.
Oh, baby, poor
Yeah,
baby.
man.
Oh, we feel for you.
Yeah, man. But but other than that, man, God bless me, man. I'm living. I just want to, before we start the show, man, I want to let's take a 10-second moment of silence for my homegirl Tierra Jones, man. She passed away 2 weeks ago. I just found out my homeboy Ken, he passed away a month ago, and my cousin Joe Primo, shout out to him, he died Tuesday. All the murders, Detroit, we got to put the guns down, man. So I just want to just give a 10-second moment of silence, man. Man, welcome to the Urbal Tea Podcast. We are back, man. So the question of the day is, Rita D,
What sets you apart from the rest?
there it is. What sets you apart from the rest, man? So you can call in at 248.
854-9850.
Definitely, man. We want to hear what sets you apart, man. So, Rita D, since you came with the question, what sets you apart from the rest?
Let's hear that.
Everything. I think my confidence, my attitude, my drive, my determination, my strive, my heart, my kindness.
Yeah.
Like everything sets me apart from the rest because I really am a genuine person. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I'm not gonna act like I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna be cordial. But if I just see something that I'm not messing with, I ain't messing with it. So I'm just 100% real. If I love you and I care about you, I got your back. I'm gonna have it to the end. If for whatever reasons we fall out, I ain't gonna tell your business. I'm not gonna have other people looking at you like you crazy. If I said it, I said it. I'm not gonna lie about it. So what sets me apart from the rest is just 100. Being 100,
man. That's what it is,
That's
man.
what it is.
Yeah,
for
what
real.
about you, babe?
I think I'm falling in line with that. I think that I try to offer me as a person. I try to offer genuineness. It's like I try to bring that because you know how like people can be so fake and they can be like, yes, I'm going to support you, and then you don't hear from them. You ask, did you watch my show? Did you hear? No, I didn't. And you like what? But I would be the support. So people look at me sometimes as that person that they can come to and talk to and they can confide in.
Open arms.
Yeah,
come on.
And I'm always there for them. But I know that now I'm just it took me a minute to learn to love me first. Love me first.
Come on, man. Come on, yeah.
Everybody else can come with theirs. If I could be there for you. But I think what sets me apart is that I am a person who will do for myself in a way that nobody else can. And I will I learn, I watch people, I try to suck it all up.
Yes.
And I say to myself, you know what, you are good enough, you are worthy. If everybody could think like that, this would be all this killing and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
it would just be, everybody would be like, you know what, I got this.
I got it.
I got this.
Yeah, man. And I think that a lot of times, as far as with me as well, a lot of times we need a shoulder to lean on, man.
Yes.
A lot of times we look at each other's competition too much.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We try to, I'm gonna do this, I'll do this, and I'm not gonna ask for no help because you know what I'm saying, I don't want nobody asking me. We be selfish with our love and selfish with our time and selfish with our shoulder to lean on. And I think I'm more of an open person, man. I allow people to be vulnerable. I think what's most important with me is I see potential in people, and I like to push it. You know what I'm saying? And push it to the limit, man. I want to see you do great. Don't matter what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just love to see people's talents, man, flourish, man. Even with Rita D, how she been on this podcast, she been flourishing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
And
you.
other people that come on the podcast, even you, for our Switchplay
Thank you
TV.
for asking.
You know what
Shout
I'm
out to
saying?
Switchplay TV.
No, because I see y'all flourishing. I just want to see y'all get to the top, man. And I just appreciate y'all. I just appreciate people just caring about me and loving me and checking on me. So that's really that sets me apart from a lot of different
How
things.
you doing, Dub?
I'm okay.
That's what's up. And you know what? I think
I
another.
don't like when niggas call me early in the morning, dog.
That's what sets you apart from the rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think another thing that sets me apart from the rest is I don't get my edges braided when I go to the Africans. I get a petty and a manny. I've been talking about that. I drink water. So some people don't even do all those things.
Yeah.
So that sets me apart from the rest. You know what I'm saying? I put gas in my car.
Important.
A full tank of gas.
Woohoo! They grab every string.
Don't they?
Hey, man.
So I just
your brain out your head.
Yeah,
lay mine down and swoop them with some edge control.
It's over with.
It's over with.
All right, man. We finna get into the Urbal Tea Podcast, man. But first, we want to start with you. For our Switchplay TV, you want to know what made you get into podcasting or what made you do it?
Actually, it was funny. It's a funny thing. I was at a casting meeting for a movie, and someone had approached me about doing a play, which I'd never done. But the play was the Vagina Monologue.
Oh yeah, shout out to Renee Drake, man.
Shout out to Renee Drake.
I love it, and I think it's a great concept. I just wasn't ready to get on there and talk about my vagina.
Yeah.
I said, well, give me a little time, let me get my story together.
Yeah.
And as we were talking, one of the young ladies who is the engineer in the podcast, hi Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole.
Yeah. She was like, you know what? She kind of listened to me for a minute, and she's like, would you like to try it and see? I'm like, yes. I talk for free.
Yeah.
You
I know that's right.
So yeah, I came on board and I've had a ball ever since. I'm sucking up all the information, everything that I can, to be better. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a gift of talking, but sometimes you talk too much.
Yeah, sometimes you talk too much. I have that talking too much. Somebody told me yesterday I talked too much.
Oh my God, it's all right though. It's okay.
The first step is submitting. First step is submitting.
Man.
But
Yeah.
it's always 100 though. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess you got a lot to
so
say.
as far as the podcast world, do you want to jump off on your own, or what's your plan as far as the next 5 years?
Oh my God, yes. I am in it to win it for I'm doing everything I can. I mean, behind the cameras, in front of the whatever it is, I'm just enjoying it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Some things you jump in and it's like, I don't really like that. And I thought I love all of it.
Hold on.
And especially, things where I can run my mouth. Oh, Lord. In the entertainment business, I just love to death. So, yes, I'm looking forward to every blessing that comes my way. And what's for me is for me, so I know I'm going to get it. So
Man.
I'm here. I'm here for it.
You know what I learned that, man? It's a place of peace, man. When you figure that what's for you is what's for you, that's when your life becomes more peaceful,
That's
man.
true.
When you stress out, because last night I was with them people, they're like, man, where your gray at? Do you down your shit? I'm like, no, I ain't down my shit. I'm just not letting a lot of stuff stress me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely on that type of time, man. But I just think that as far as the podcasting work, so are you in any movies? What movies are you in?
So I've done actually I counted them this morning and I was like, in a year I've been in 6 movies.
Straight up?
For
Oh, you been working.
And you know what? It's funny. It's like I enjoy it so much, I forget. Like,
Okay.
dang,
Oh,
I
yeah,
did-
yeah.
Oh, I was, and that wasn't. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. It's a funny thing, but I think when you're walking in your purpose, you don't necessarily have to see every single detail.
Yes.
You
Come
feel
on.
it. You
Yes.
feel it, and it's like, oh, it feels so good. And you just roll. You keep it going. Keep it going. So yeah, I mean, being on the Switchplay has been a lot of fun. I love the people.
Yeah.
I meet so many people that I would never have crossed paths with,
like it.
like you guys.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you.
Man,
and
definitely,
I'm
man.
feeling so blessed. It's just like I'm bubbling over.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
So far as the acting, was it hard to remember your lines and stuff like that when you first started? Because Rita D, they be asking her to be in movies and she's scared like I ain't gonna remember the lines.
Yeah.
So talk to us about
And
that.
I don't want to get out there and be a
Yeah. Talk to us about that a little.
Stay.
I'm gonna
Right.
just say this. I haven't really had to. I think the most I've ever had was like 2 pages.
Okay.
And they were kind of broken up, so they gave me a little break.
Okay.
But it's a thing where you practice. You do some practicing. I took like a acting class and had a few pointers. But at the same time, you're still like some fears. Usually I don't fear like things like this.
Yeah.
No problem. But that standing in front of people.
Oh yeah. All the
And they're
people
looking
watching
at you
you.
like, okay.
Like you better remember them lines.
Right.
Because they don't want to cut.
Yeah, because that shit costs. Every time they
Yes.
say cut, it costs some money.
So that part, hey, I'm still working on it. I think that I've come a long way, but as you go along, people will help you.
Yeah.
They'll help you,
Yeah.
and like I said, if it is, and if it's supposed to be for you, you'll get it, and that's
Yeah.
how I feel.
I believe in that. Like
I
you
feel.
said, it's a purpose.
Yeah.
And what's for you, it's going to be for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know,
So-
those doors can't shut.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, I don't have a problem with being in front of people or giving speeches, but it has to be something that I like to do and I
Yes.
enjoy and I can
That's right.
speak on
That's
it.
right.
It has to come from my soul. So I know with being an actress,
Right.
not necessarily that it's not in my soul because I can see myself being on a big screen, but a lot comes with that.
Yeah.
A lot comes with that.
Responsibility.
Yeah, it's the study,
Yeah.
it's the work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the constant repetitive, you know what I'm saying? The practicing and stuff like that, the table reads. I just think, man, that's phenomenal, man. So what made you, far as the acting part, did you like, okay, I want to do this when I get older, or what made you jump into that yeah.
So really, it was trauma. And people think that's funny when I say it. They don't understand me. I've always wanted to do something in the entertainment business. Even when I was a little kid, I felt it. I would see commercials. Be like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And different movies. I would love to be in that. And I always paid attention, not necessarily of the shows and things, but the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. I was always so intrigued.
Right.
Like, I could see the extras. I'm like, ooh, they got their moment. And I'm so happy for them. Like, I would be. Like,
Yeah.
You want everybody
They
to
walk
win.
in and they say, oh, hi, you're doing, sir. Are you good? Oh, I can bring you another drink. And I'm like, they got it.
Yeah.
I would think like that. It was just funny. But I always felt like at some point something was going to happen, and maybe I didn't bring it to myself because I really didn't. Like you were saying, it came to you. It come to you. And I had no idea what I was about to do, but I thought in my head, I had back surgery. That was a trauma. I had back surgery, and I kept saying, I got to sit here. I'll be off work. I'll be, what can I do? Let me think. This is the one thing I've been most scared of. I'm going to do it. And then I went to my first audition.
That's crazy.
And just sat there and read it, and I was on ever since.
You
I
know
just
what,
kept
man?
going.
Praise God.
A lot of times, man, facing your fears will put you in different places that you would never think you can go to.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
That's true.
Seriously, man, because I went on a trip last month. I did not want to go. It wasn't that I was scared. It's just like, why? You know what I'm saying? But then when I went, I had the most fun in my life because I just need to get away from the same thing that I do every day. You know what I'm saying? The repetitive, go to work, do this, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, man.
And I think when people get tired of living the same lifestyle and get tired of just stuck in that place, that's when they'll start jumping out on that fear. That's when they'll start opening up their own doors. That's when they'll start pushing themselves and allowing themselves to be better and create memories. For me, it's about creating memories. Going out of town, being with my family, doing a podcast, kicking it with Dub, kicking it with my people. That's creating memories because one day, that's all we gonna have.
That's true.
That's all we gonna have.
And we treasure that. Because in the moment, because that's what I've been having to practice, being in the moment. Because sometimes I would just drift off, and you know how you don't pay attention to stuff that's going on, and it gets so far from you. You're like, oh my God, I missed that, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
It's gone. You can't even remember what happened. Like I was there. What happened? So now I'm practicing being in the moment and watching what I'm doing and enjoying it for the time that I've been given. Like it's a gift, and I have to stand in gratefulness.
Man, come on, man. God is good, man.
So at that point, that's when it works for me.
I like
since we talk about Queen.
No, I was just gonna talk about obstacles a little bit because I do think that there'll be roadblocks in the road, but I love when I overcome an obstacle. That just made me think about what you were saying in regards to just keeping it pushing.
Since we talking about fear, does the fear of being hurt keeps us from finding true love, you think?
Definitely. And staying in it. Hey,
come on, man.
Staying in it is maybe harder because you've already felt like, oh, well, we did that and we had this and we had a peak here and this. And so you got to keep it going. But when you let go of, it's so hard. When you let go, it seems to flood in. It's the letting go part. Like you hold on to people or things so hard that because you're like, if I lose you, I'm never gonna find love. I'm never gonna. Nobody's. And it's like, but you gotta let it go. And once you do it, it's like, oh, is that how it goes? They come to you. They come. It comes.
And then you know what it is. It's like really comparison is the killer of all joy, right? So why do we constantly compare ourselves to other people, especially on social media, and then it makes us, you know what I'm saying, feel a certain type of like we haven't accomplished enough as far as relationships or love and life and stuff like that. You know,
because everything's a competition. Everything's a competition, especially with social media. This person want to get this, like we talked about before, likes, loves, comments. I am a firm believer in I engage with every person that takes time out, if I can.
Me too.
To write something on my page. Or take a picture because you didn't have to.
You didn't.
You didn't have to, and that's what sets me apart from the rest. That's what I do. When I comment on your post and I write something long, that I thought about it while I was writing it out, the least you could do is comment back because you asked a question.
Yeah. So. I think with the social media especially, I think because this now is pretty much mostly social media, our self-worthiness is being tested at every corner. Your body, your face. Do I have the right nose? Are my boobs big enough? My booty ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
absolutely.
Do I have enough money? She likes this kind of car. Do I have, it's self-worthiness. So that's the thing that we have to keep in mind. Like, I have to remind myself sometimes, like, I see somebody and they're doing a great job and I feel like, dang, I should have said that too. Why didn't I talk about that? I'm comparing. But like I said, that let go part, that's big. So sometimes you just gotta let go and say, hey, I'm doing the best I can. I like my little tummy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like how I look. I got
okay.
self-confident.
It's all right. It's all
man,
right.
it's
I'm
okay,
doing
man.
my greatest
A lot of
good.
people don't
But
have
you
it.
still got to be healthy, though. Now, how you look is one thing, but your health is another thing.
But you know what? I feel like people always compare weight to health.
Yeah.
And that's really not what it is, because you could be a size 4 and have all of the health problems. I think it's about more of self-care and taking care of your body and what you put in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are just naturally thick.
Yeah.
Or
Like
thin.
Yeah. All right, man. My bad, y'all. We're going to welcome Miss Katrina in the building.
Thank you.
Yeah, her late ass. That's why the phone Miles been talking in the background and everything. So we gonna blame it on her, but welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry for being on CP time. I had too many drinks earlier in the day.
It's good.
We all living good. That's
Yeah,
okay.
man. We just talking about life
Sorry,
right now.
guys.
So you can jump on in, Queen, whenever.
All right,
you
so
want.
what are you guys talking about?
But the question we just asked was, does the fear of being hurt keeps us from finding true love?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I've been single for 2 years now, and I hate that me and my ex-boyfriend broke up because it's. Can I use profanity? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Motherfucker, all that. Hell
Say
yeah.
how you
From the
feel.
heart.
All right, so I think that is bullshit. And the only reason I feel that way is because most dudes out here, they just want to wax them cheeks. And I don't want my cheeks
Are we
waxed.
male bashing today? What the fuck?
I am not male bashing.
Hold on, man.
I am not.
from
I am
experience.
not
Go ahead,
male.
go ahead.
I'm not male bashing at all, because that's one thing I do not do. But I will speak from experience.
Okay.
But I feel like, in my opinion only, is that the caliber of men that we women are looking for is not out here. It's most men that's out here that live at home with their moms, their cousins, that don't, and they're in their 40s. This is what I'm speaking from experience now. That they want you to come over and spend the night. Like, nigga, have a shower.
We gotta fucking be quiet.
God. Hey, that's sticky sex. Sometimes be the best.
My thing is, my question is, how am I gonna shower? Or my grandma sleep? Well, how I'm gonna be naked? You can be naked down here.
Yeah, you can be naked in the basement.
No, the fuck I'm not. I'm naked in my
Shout out to the
own
chicks that used to be
apartment.
naked in my auntie basement. man.
I want to ask this question. How come when they live with their parents, they always in the basement? Like, they don't have no room.
Cause that's our own space. We got a little microwave and refrigerator down there.
It ain't no microwave and no refrigerator and nothing of that shit down there.
Oh
It
man.
ain't none of that.
Now,
Ain't nothing but a wash machine and dryer. And some dirty
Okay,
socks.
in the other room.
Yeah.
In the other room.
But you can wash some clothes though.
But then you ain't even got a real TV down
In
there.
bed, in bed.
You don't even have a TV down there. You got a projector screen down there.
Oh,
right
man.
there.
Oh,
And then
wow.
you think I'm supposed to get comfortable? How? I've been
Yeah.
living on my own since I was 17 years old. To be on, literally, my daughter is 24 years old and she's been on her own for 5 years. This is the first time I actually live by myself. So
Don't
what
it feel
makes
good?
girl?
Man, come on.
So what makes you think that I want to come to your grandmother's house and lay up?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't. He like, well, can I come to your house? No, I got a vicious ass dog and he will bite your ass.
So he can't come over and you can't
I
get, y'all just gotta get a room.
I got an American bulldog mixed
Oh
with
yeah,
pit
nigga ain't
bull.
coming over there.
Ain't no
Yeah, he
way.
ain't coming over there. Especially if I'm high.
They
I
want to
think
say,
that's
put
the
your
whole house.
dog up. Put my dog up.
That's his house.
This his house.
Yeah.
Nigga, we live in an apartment. Where am I put him? In a room?
Listen, I just want to
The
say
fuck?
that it's the energy for me because you
It's the
mad as
energy.
hell.
Yeah.
You got me in there. Look,
She just got out that nigga basement like, nigga, I ain't never sleeping in your basement again, nigga.
wait a minute.
Motherfucking mattress on the floor.
I ain't been in a relationship in 3 years, and you got me starting to think about my ex and reconsidering. Hold on, that's what's out here.
Girl.
That's what's out here.
So then I
Is
go
that
out.
what?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Hold on,
So
hold on.
then I go out today. And then a dude asked me a question. Like, so he asked me to pick me up. Mind you, my vehicle has been stolen. So he asked me can he pick me up? I said no, I will take a
Oh,
lift
can he
there.
pick you up?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can he pick me up? I said no, I will lift there. So I got there a couple of minutes before he did. So shit, I started buying drinks and all this kind of stuff because This is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he gets there and these distinguished black men. Why I say distinguished is because they have on suits, they have on button ups.
They just got out of church. It's Sunday.
No, these men didn't just get out of church.
Right.
You can tell.
That's how they dress all the time.
Yes.
They
So
uncles, ain't they?
yes, girl. So we was
Shout out to
asking
the
questions.
uncles, nigga.
Woo.
It's uncle season.
Yeah, granddaddy season. So I was just asking questions about when you go on trips. If you pay for your own space and you pay for your own room, are you obligated to sleep with
Oh,
somebody?
girl, they gonna say.
Hold on. If I'm paying for her to go with me,
No, I said
She paying her own way.
if I pay my own way and you pay your own way,
yeah,
am
we
I
just hanging.
obligated?
Yeah, no, you're not obligated. We just hanging. But if you see me fucking with somebody else, if you bullshitting about a second date, I make them
So,
find somebody
They
else.
out of town already.
All right, we already out of town.
Yeah.
Out of town.
So they all right. So fast forward.
I'm gonna wait 2 days. but after
Fast
that, I'm
forward,
gonna give me
ladies
some
and
pussy.
gentlemen. Fast forward. So I go use the restroom. When I come back, guess what?
What?
The dude gone.
Who?
The dude that I had met there gone.
Damn. Damn.
So that set the tone.
So I was like, they asked, is it separate? This was our first date. So they asked, was it was separate bills? So dude was just sitting there puzzled and shit. So I was like, well, shit, it's separate bills. So they give me my bill. It was like $105. So that's fine. Mind you, I've been buying Caucasian lady over there drinks. The guys that was sitting over there that we was conversing with, I went and bought them drinks too. So, all right. Well, shit, I guess it's on me. I'm buying my own
shit.
food.
I mean, this what you do.
I was at Limelight.
Okay, I'll be there next week.
Yeah, next Sunday, man, 6 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? So then after I come out the restroom and I asked him, before I can even ask him anything, I get ready to call him. He ain't answer the phone. Mind you, it didn't even bother me that he didn't answer the phone because you was talking about being intimate with me and you don't even know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you
So
gonna
that's
try
a
to
turn
sleep
on.
with me? Hell yeah.
But you know, sometimes me and we overdo it. Sometimes when the drink get into us, we, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a nice looking woman, of course.
Of course.
But we still
Period.
should know
And a
those
boy.
boundaries of not doing that, overdoing that shit too. Because that shit is a turn off to y'all. I know it is.
So why do you think that he left? And then I'm gonna ask WJ as a man for your perspective.
Okay.
As a woman, where do you think that conversation?
Shit, I have no clue. I promise you, everything was good before I left out. Before I went to the restroom, everything was still cool. And when I came out, dude was gone. Shit, I didn't take no
I
offense.
think personally, since
Maybe I
I'm
was a
gonna help
bit
my sister out,
intimidated.
because I think that
He
probably was only looking for sex and he didn't even really know how to tell you. And when you told him that ain't gonna happen,
Yeah.
he was like,
He
well,
like,
shit, what
fuck
I'm
this,
here
I'm
for?
gone.
His energy
Yeah.
out.
I helped my sister out. Now, what you think?
Because-
As a man?
Yeah, because probably 9 times out of 10, I don't know how y'all met. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but it's with me, it's how I meet you. You know what I'm saying?
We
if I
met
meet
outside.
you and we on that tip,
We met. No,
Hold on,
we
let me
met.
ask you a
Oh,
question.
okay.
If I meet you and we on that tip, you know what I'm saying? Then I meet you. Now you want to be going to get to know me? Hell no, I ain't
It
gonna get to
wasn't
know
on
your
that
ass.
tip.
I'm trying to see what it is. Get you drunk enough in this bitch. Go back before I keep moving. You know
It
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
even on that tip because the thing is that he met me when I was out and I was handling my business.
Okay.
And like he asked for my number and I'm like, okay, well you seem well reserved and you got great conversation. I like that you speak pretty well. Okay, let's go for it.
But have y'all ever met somebody that when you meet them it's cool, but once you start talking to them,
Hell yeah.
shit kind of change? You like, nah, that's not my type.
like, nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got Miles the engineer.
Miles always got to say something. Go ahead.
Well, the reason why, because I
Great
love this
perspective.
topic.
Go ahead.
Because the thing is, women always say, talk about intimacy, right?
Right.
The truth is, majority of the time, men and women don't know how to interact.
They don't.
According to where they met and
Yeah.
where they're at.
Right.
So
And what they looking for.
And what they're looking for. So if he met you anywhere, right? That's why I suggest people never to meet at bars.
Yeah.
One.
We never met there.
Well, no, y'all did. Y'all just met.
We didn't meet at a bar.
I told her not
Oh,
meet,
you talking about going out?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only reason why I chose to go to Limelight Bar and Grill because the motherfucker asked me to go out to fucking Applebee's. I don't go there. The fuck?
He wanted a 2 for 20.
Shout out to those
I
niggas,
wouldn't-
Applebee's,
I
2
wouldn't-
for 20.
Well,
I don't do that.
So question.
Right.
So
2 for
question.
20.
So the answer and response is that no, I don't do Applebee's, but thank you for for meeting you. Maybe we can meet on another time.
Oh, that's what I should have said.
Yes, because the thing is, if you don't like it and you see what type of person he is off the rip,
So that was
You
my
should cut
fault.
them off because
Yeah,
a lot of times we accept a lot of
okay.
shit when you see shit that you don't like, man, we still try to find solid potential in the motherfuckers. Sometimes it don't be that, man.
You at the limelight with Applebee conversation.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not. I think I was.
No, he was.
Hell, he was.
Yeah. Because if he offered Applebee's, you already know he thought about your ass.
Hell yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, shit. You know
My
what?
kids don't eat Applebee's.
What I can say is you dodged the bullet.
Yeah, you dodged the bullet. You
Because
dodged
in a couple weeks, that shit gonna be funny as hell.
Yeah.
And guess what? You had that money to pay that bill, so you ain't losing
Okay,
nothing
so
anyway.
my thing is, I take myself out, and when I take myself out to eat, I spend $150 on me.
Yeah.
That's
Have I
nothing to a
taken
boss.
dude?
If you got it, ain't tricking.
Okay,
yeah.
so
I
have I
trick.
taken
Shout out to the
good?
ladies
Have
I
I
trick.
taken men out on date? Yes, I have. I done took men out on date. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for me to treat you, especially how you treat me, because recently I done had God friends. It was his Father's Day. It was his birthday. I took him out because that's the type of person that I am. If I got it, why not do it?
But you know
what
what?
I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta stop doing it because then that person is gonna be expecting for you to
right.
do it over and over and over
Well, I
again.
can't
You gotta
even-
set the tone.
That's
Well,
it.
that's the thing.
right
He took
there.
me out already. He done already
Okay.
took
'Cause
me
he
to
already
a
passed out.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already took me out. But I just felt like, let me show you. And when I showed him that, he said that he used to people taking him that the ladies want to go to ghetto places and all this type of stuff. He not used to going to upscale restaurants and doing this. Yes, I am
never
ghetto
been to Ocean
bougie.
Prime?
No, I'm ghetto bougie like a motherfucker, but I like what I like.
Yeah.
And I take myself where I want to go. So I'm going to treat you the same way I treat myself, because God says, love yourself as you love thy
You
neighbor.
better come with
So
scripture.
since I love me,
Come on,
I'm
Big
going to
Jesus in
treat
the
you
building.
how
Shout
I
out to
love
Jesus.
myself. No, this just real talk.
It is.
I really love me, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do for me. So I'm going to treat you the same way I treat myself.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Earlier in the show at the beginning, you said that you have been single for 2 years and
Yes.
you think it's some bullshit with your ex.
Okay.
Why do you think it's some bullshit?
What, that we broke
That's
up?
a good question.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't think that it's bullshit that we broke up. I think it's bullshit out here.
Oh,
Dating pool is
okay.
bullshit.
Because
Okay.
I wanted to know if it was
Oh,
something
no,
that could
because-
be fixed and reconciled.
Well, I think
Because
that-
2 years is a long time.
It really is.
I think that is things that could have been reconciled, but how can I say this?
See, I think that
I think just no, he hurt me the way he left me. You know what
And
I'm
you never
saying?
gonna forget that.
Instead of him talking about, all right, so let's fast
No,
forward.
we're not finna go
So,
deep
no,
into it.
I'm not-
I'm
gonna give a short
It's
story.
still a show.
I'm gonna
I'm
give a
saying,
short- can I
cut
give
that
a short
shit
story?
30 seconds, yeah.
All right, 30
Go ahead.
seconds. All right, let me
45.
You know, me
all
and
right,
they
let's
trying
go.
to hear that.
All right, let's get this real quick.
Real
All
quick,
right, so
Yeah, Urbal Tea
we
Potcast.
stopped getting Urbal Tea Podcast. We stopped real quick.
way we do
stopped
charge
getting
for
along. We stopped getting along, and then he stopped coming home. All his stuff was still at the building, at where we live, but he stopped coming home. All right, so I still was trying to make good. I still was going to school. Mind you, at this time, I was going to school for my high school diploma, which is 2 years ago. So I'm still doing all this stuff. I got all this stuff going on. I'm trying to juggle my own
10
business.
seconds.
Blah blah blah. Okay, we got it. And so when one day he came home, it was my parents had did this graduation party for me July 4th. He didn't show up. Blah blah blah. I'm trying to make this real
So
quick.
he ain't come home. Now, what happened after that?
So after he didn't come home, guess what the motherfucker did? He
Bust
came
your
with
windows
no, he didn't. He came with a U-Haul truck.
Oh, move this shit.
How long was he
Shout out to
gone?
the fellas, nigga. We needed that win, nigga. That's a
Now,
whole
mind
win.
you,
How
but-
long was he gone?
out.
Where his stuff was still at your house?
Shit, a month.
Oh,
He was living at his
Oh,
building.
wow.
He was living at his building, and I was living at my apartment. So I felt like it was things that I needed to work on. Maybe it's me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I required too much.
But you know-
The only thing I required was if you to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Now, how the fuck is you a business? You've been in business for over 20 years, and here I'm at working this 9 to 5, and he questioned why I always found jobs that pay more money because I'm always looking.
If
to
I've been in
progress.
business 20 years, 9 times out of 10, you don't need a job.
did
so
you
either
get
he
your
was
high school
good,
diploma? Did you get your high
I
school
don't know.
diploma?
Hell yeah,
You may have been a side
Congratulations
chick.
on
And
that. That's what
you
came.
know what?
That's what came good.
That's what I'm
You
thinking.
may have been a, was you a side chick? I don't know. Because if I've been in 20 years and I'm living with you 9 times out of 10, you probably don't need a job.
But the thing
You know what I'm
is,
saying?
all right. So the thing is, he
But I
was
don't
like,
like- Go
He
ahead.
was like that. He fell here and there. All right, because I love you and care about you, I got your back.
Let
So
it
when
go.
it came to the bills, now I had a work injury when we first moved in the apartment. So he took care of the rent the first month. After that, we went in together. After that, it was just excuses. I'm gonna have it this day. I'm gonna have it that day. But guess who paid that shit on time? Me.
Side chick vibes.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no side chick vibes because I knew I would go to the. I know the mama. I go to the mama house. Me and the mama
You
hang out
think
like.
mamas don't play it
Mamas
off?
don't give a
Mamas don't give a damn.
His mama, excuse me.
Might be helping.
No, his mama.
Yeah.
No, his mama helped me because the mama is the one who told me that he was lying about the BMW truck because I asked about the BMW truck,
Damn.
and the mama
You
told
still
me the
friends
truth.
with the mama? You still friends
Hell
with the
yeah.
family?
With the mama? Hell yeah.
I have a question.
Man, I'm through, man.
This is
I
real.
give up. Fuck
Wait,
it.
The
I got
fuck?
one question.
I'm out the game,
One
man.
question,
Go
then I'm
ahead,
gonna move
talk.
on.
Go ahead. Let's
If
go.
you don't
through it.
mind me, okay. If you
Go
don't
ahead.
mind me asking, well, two-part question.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
Yes, my daughter's 24.
Okay, and okay, so that answers my question that you're not younger. And you have, and shout out to her because she got her high school diploma in those 2 years. That dog was doing her wrong. So that just lets you know that we as women, we
He
don't be
wasn't
on
doing
the
me
move.
wrong.
Driven.
He wasn't doing me wrong.
He did you
Then
wrong for 30 days.
He motivated me to go back to school. Like I'm not even gonna knock him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was.
Oh, no,
The nigga didn't even have a BMW he was lying about.
We'll knock him.
But
This
no,
sound
the
like
only
some
reason.
sad chick
The only reason. Oh my
Were you
God.
still giving it up? Are you still?
No, no. The only reason.
Once he left out the house, you ain't giving her.
Oh, girl, I was trying to throw this coochie at him. He
He
wouldn't
ain't
take
want
it.
it. He ain't take
He
it.
wouldn't take
He
it.
wouldn't even take
So
it.
that's how I knew he had somebody else.
That's how
He
you
want the
know.
coochie?
That's how I knew he had
You know
somebody else.
what?
And he was paying half of the bills, and he had a bid for 20 years.
This was after he moved out.
Ooh-wee.
This was after he moved out.
Okay, I want to
So,
say this
I
one thing.
felt-
You can be late to our show anytime. You be late. You be late. You be
Oh,
late.
because I got some stories.
Not because you got no stories, but because you came in here, you was on your shit, and you understood what the assignment was.
Girl.
And it's to be
Okay.
real and who you are and living your truth.
Okay.
And that is what Urbal Tea Podcast is
Man.
about, living
That's
your
why
truth.
my
man,
show.
we-
And speaking
I
your
live in
truth.
mine.
That's
And
why
speaking
my
it.
show is called the Beautifully Flawed Podcast.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Oh,
Katrina, man, she definitely. Yeah, beautifully flawed, man.
Yes,
I think we
yes.
all beautifully
That's
flawed.
right.
And that's the thing, because no matter
Yes.
what we go through in life, no matter the things that we persevere, no matter how we just hold on to shit that happens, we still are better people. Yet I'm beautiful, but with everything that I went through, I'm still flawed.
Would you give him another chance if he listening right now?
Hell yeah. Shit, the fuck? Because ain't shit out here.
Damn. That just go to show you how the dating game is out here.
Hell yeah.
That
The
is
only reason
beautifully
why,
flawed.
the only reason why is because he added substance and value to my life. Do I blame him for us breaking up? No, I blame myself. The reason I blame myself is because shit, I was a functioning alcoholic, and I felt like that's why he left me.
We got a lot of you opening up on this motherfucker.
Right.
Shit,
Yeah.
I'm being
So what do you
truthful.
think about her situation?
The Healing Circle Podcast is coming.
Healing Circle Podcast coming.
Circle.
Definitely
Full
social media. We
circle.
I
rocking out.
tell you like this.
I'm listening.
Pain will move your ass.
Hell yeah.
Pain will make you do shit you never thought you would ever do.
Yes.
And it will always be for the better of you.
No doubt.
You can't worry about what he doing.
That's true.
How he feeling, how he made you feel, all of that shit. You gotta say, okay, well he's over here. Let me see what I'm doing.
And that's what I
while
did.
you're doing all this bullshit
Yep.
over here, your best is here.
Right.
This is what you
Yep.
come
Come on,
on,
then.
and then let him look at it and say, don't do it.
And that's what I
why you
did.
haven't moved on in 2 years because you want to reconnect, rekindle.
Before,
Or-
prior to, hell yeah, that's what it was. But now, shit, I don't give a fuck.
Because are
Fuck
you
that shit.
finding something wrong with every man?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Because
For
you're not
one-
him.
for one-
See, at least you can be honest, though.
No, for
At least
one-
don't you honest.
honest about
But
it.
for
I love
one-
that about
The one, for one thing, the one nigga that I was fucking with, now I ain't like nobody since me and my ex-boyfriend broken up, right?
He wasn't
So-
getting it right.
Girl, he was hitting all the angles.
He was
okay?
squirting on the
And
floor.
and
He was
eating his
squirting on the
coochie.
floor.
He was eating his coochie. I was like that.
Oh!
Cowboy, take me
Okay.
away.
I understand. I
Shit, girl, one night. All right, so my uncle had died one day, and then I was just feeling
keep it 30
all
seconds now.
like,
You
all right,
for it
30
now.
seconds, 30
You're
seconds.
not
Wait,
getting
let me
into
get
it.
this.
All right.
Let me get it out. I got it. Okay, go and go.
Yeah.
So my uncle had, I'm gonna talk real fast. He said 30 seconds. Okay, so my uncle had passed away, and then I was feeling real shitty and shit. And so now me and him had the guy that I was seeing had been on like up and down terms or whatever. So this one particular day, I asked him to pick me up. He picked, well, no, not that day. We had went to the park. So the next day, I asked him to pick me up because I didn't feel like driving. Now, I always drive over here, but I just feel like doing it. Anyway, so we had finished doing the Watusi and all this kind of shit and
In the
whatever.
car?
Oh, girl, at his apartment.
Oh, his apartment.
I'm trying to get the whole
So
story.
tell us about that nigga that was hidden in the basement.
That's what,
though.
Right.
no, ain't nobody hitting
Oh,
the
they
basement.
ain't in the basement?
The
Oh,
fuck?
my bad.
He'd eat the whole ass.
I was trying to get a
Cause you know we have a
big
good thing.
Oh, wait, you said I got
Niggas,
30
we eat
seconds.
ass in
Oh, no.
2022.
Well, you
Big tongue action, baby.
And ladies eat ass in 2022
Shout, we
too.
love them.
So-
Shout out to the women that eat ass. Shout out to the women that eat ass in this motherfucker.
All right,
Now we getting down to the
All right, so do I got another 5 seconds because you interrupted me?
You got another 5 seconds.
All right,
ahead,
so
go
you
ahead, go
interrupted me. All right, so then
Shout out to you eat ass, though.
I love it here.
He loves that.
All right, so after that, so you know, after I do the Watusi, I get hungry and shit. So I was like, man, can I get some Doritos? Because he got these flaming hot Doritos or whatever. So I get up to get out the
We
bed to
love
go
her.
get it. Like for real.
Yeah.
Get out the bed to go get it. Then he was blocking the door and shit, and I just thought that was weird. Like, why he being weird? All right, so fast forward. All I hear is this commotion and shit. So it's him and the baby mama outside arguing and shit.
Oh man.
Nigga, this story
Oh,
getting
shit.
too long. Come on.
I'm giving you 30 seconds. So
Tell us how you beat the pussy up.
no, that's over.
Oh,
It don't even
we're
matter.
talking about nothing else. Hey, man, thank y'all for watching the Urbal Tea Potcast.
Next question.
We're finna get into the next part of the show, which
ahead,
is the best
I
part of
was
the
about
show.
to talk about how being a bitch fought, but go ahead. Then.
Oh, y'all fought?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm trying to get to.
Go ahead.
How many more minutes we got?
7, 8.
7.
All right,
You
so-
got 20 seconds.
All right, 20 seconds. So I had put my dress on because I heard there's all this commotion at the door and shit. So someone told me don't get my knife because you know I got a knife on my hip right now and I got 3 in my
You go
purse.
to in depth.
All right, okay. So
She about to catch a felony.
Hell yeah.
oh, that's fine. I don't give a fuck.
I got it in my head.
All right, so
South
anyway,
Philly about to be
so the motherfucking bitch had kicked in the door. I don't know where the nigga went and hid at, but the bitch kicked in the door and I'm standing at the door with my arms folded. And guess what this bitch did? Charged at me. And so when that bitch charged at me, I was like, whoop, and then I beat that bitch ass. I saw that motherfucker. Hey, I promise to God on my life, I almost threw this bitch over the motherfucking banister and the hoe was pregnant at that. So
Oh,
why the fuck
shit.
your pregnant ass fight me?
Fight me.
Fighting me. And
That
then
dick
after
must
that,
be good.
girl.
That dick good like that?
How long was y'all in a fight?
I got some good dick too.
Shit,
ladies.
I don't
Y'all
know.
but you ain't got
I don't even know. Only thing I knew was is that I had this bitch over the motherfucking banister and I had this bitch pinned down and I said, I ain't got shit to do with this. I'm about to get my shit and go. When I released that bitch just stood there. So when I'm grabbing my shit and leaving, guess who popped up? The nigga.
Hey, nigga.
The nigga.
Look, we all can fuck. We ain't gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, we gotta get to this part of the
Sorry,
show
y'all.
that everybody loves, man.
Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. We gotta have y'all two back next week, man. If y'all can come back next week, because we just got going. I really want to do another hour with y'all. I really want to do another hour.
Right.
But we gonna get to the best part of the show,
Let's
man.
go.
Everybody wait for us. Rita D's Reeves. So go ahead, Rita D. What you
All right. So y'all know I went out of town. I've been out of town a lot of times, so I ain't just talking about this experience when I was out of town. But I got some tips for y'all that I've been wanting to share with y'all. So I had to text them to myself because I ain't want to forget. So listen, y'all, women over 40, because that's me.
I'm listening.
You listening, baby?
I was 40, but I'm listening.
I need y'all to stop holding y'all pee. Y'all too old to be walking around talking about I just peed on myself a little bit. Y'all out here wearing pads so that if you pee, it drop a little bit, it coming out. No. Y'all gotta stop doing that. It's disgusting, okay? Fellas at any age.
Make sure your testicles clean.
Make sure. Ooh.
Sometimes
Smell
they
like
fall
sweaty
in water,
balls,
though.
man.
Sometimes they fall in
If
water.
you want your
Go ahead,
testicles licked, don't smell like sweaty ball sack.
Yeah, go ahead. Let her
Wow.
go.
Sorry.
Real quick.
So at any age, I'm gonna need y'all to keep y'all balls clean. I'm incorporating that, and also stop pulling out y'all damn money. Y'all don't have to keep pulling out y'all money at any age. You can't impress a boss chick that got her own bag, okay?
that's a whole
So
nother subject,
only thing
girl.
we gonna do is start to,
Not
or
fuck
they
with
gonna
you.
start setting y'all up, okay? So stop doing that.
So this is a turn off. Don't
If
pull your money
y'all
out.
gotta split the bill and the tab, I'm gonna say this over and over and over again. Please bring cash, cause some of y'all cards is declining. Y'all talking about they locked up. Whatever the reason is, just bring cash, cause we don't want them problems. We want to pay our bills.
All this shit you talking about, girl.
We want to pay our bills and we want to bounce.
Flat out.
Social media users, cause y'all did it to me this weekend. Could y'all please read the status and just stop replying? Folks out here vacationing, retiring, owning their own business, and y'all talk about some damn happy birthday and happy anniversary. And my favorite one is happy heavenly birthday, where y'all abbreviate it and say HHB. We don't know what the fuck that means.
I sure don't, because I'm old as hell. I don't know what that is.
If you ain't put in on the 5th, don't drink a whole pint out of it. Get you 2 shots and sit your with some ice. Sip on. Thank you, Miles. Sip on it and sit your ass down.
Well, shit, I'm an alcoholic. I can't sip on it.
Well, me being over 40, I can't fucking drink it that fast, and I'm gonna be mad when I go back to it, and your ass done drunk it out.
Hey, that's why I was late, because I was asleep.
See?
Yeah, get put on the party.
And if you didn't put in on the food, don't make your plate first. Don't grab the breast. Don't grab the breast of chicken when your ass should have got the wing.
Yeah.
And better yet, just hope that it's some left.
Yeah, and wait, and don't try to make a plate when you're ready to go.
Please. Don't
I have to beg to differ on grabbing the breast.
Yeah.
Grab the wings first.
Please.
And give me the breast. Just grab the wings and not
So last but not least, and this homegirl right here, y'all know when we get, inebriated, when we get intoxicated, because her ass been taking some shots. Bucks drinks.
all the time.
So when we get all the time?
Yes, that's how I am.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So keep drinking y'all water. Some of y'all ain't listening, but still get that mani and that parody. Put that lip gloss on. It's summertime, but put the lip gloss on. Put the lotion on. Take 2 showers, even 3 possibly sometimes. Dry off. Please keep continuing to like, share, and subscribe to Urbal Tea Podcast, because it don't cost a thing. It is free. It's free.
All right, man. I want to shout out Miss Terry, man, in the building, man. She came through and blessed us with her beauty, man. The Goldilocks, man. I don't know why I think, man, that shit is so beautiful, man. I want to thank Miss Trina for coming in, man. Beautifully flawed. I forgot my bad, Miss Terry from Switchplay TV. Make sure y'all check them out. What day?
Monday, 7 p.m.
Mondays at 7 p.m. Shout out to Katrina, Beautifully Flawed, man. Make sure y'all check her podcast out, man. She's definitely dope. I want to say shout out to Rita D, man. Rita D is the best co-host in the game, man. Beautiful, man. She always motivated me, because I ain't feel like I was in the bed just till a half an hour ago, hour and a half ago. I ain't want to do this shit. I ain't want to do this shit. Y'all came to the show and made it crunk, man. I want to shout out to Miles. I want to shout out podcasting in the motherfucking building. Brooks Media, nigga, and we taking over next year and this year. Hopefully we get this Healing Circle podcast going with some beautiful queens on that tip. And we got real Nurses of Detroit coming next month on y'all Brooks Media. Urbal Tea Podcast, we out.